The other way that we print is we print a layout. We looked at printing from model space already. If I want to print a layout, I have to actually have a layout to print. If I just click on a layout, you're going to see a piece of paper. And we don't know how big that piece of paper is, and it has a box on it. And we don't know anything about that box. The one thing we can see is that everything that is in the drawing is showing. So it's all been squished down to fit onto this piece of paper, which does happen to be an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper because that is what my current printer supports. We want to print on a large piece of paper, but at home I can't do that. But I can set up a PDF that will allow me to create a layout that's the right size, and then I can either print the PDF or I can print my regular drawing using that print setup on a printer that actually has those print settings. Before getting started, the things to notice about a layout are that it is a reflection of a piece of paper. We call this paper space. And you'll notice that at the bottom of your screen, there's a button that says paper. So we can switch between model space and paper space. We don't usually draw very much in paper space. We may put labels on drawings, that sort of thing, but usually we're going to draw everything in model space and then come into paper space to create a layout. And the layout would be the page setup with the title block on it. Right now, I don't have anything that has a title block. I don't have any of those types of things in my drawing, but there's a way to get it in pretty easily. And that is by creating a layout using the layout wizard. The other thing to notice about this page is that there's this box on it. This box is actually called a viewport, and it's a view down into your model space drawing. I can open that window or I can close it. Right now my window is closed because this button says paper. If I wanted to open it and do something in model space, I could zoom, I could move things, I could do whatever I want, but we want to avoid doing that to the extent possible. It's better to go between layout and model space this way than to use your model button, paper button down here. Either way, we want to draw in model space, so you want to draw when your screen is black, and you want to just do the page setup things in paper space. Now I'm ready to add a layout. So I'm going to type at the command line, layout wizard with no spaces, and press enter. I get a dialog box with all these different things. I'm going to give my layout a name. My first one will be Arch Plan. Then I'm going to press next. Now I have to pick the printer, but my printer only has 8.5 by 11-inch paper, so I need something that's bigger. So I'm going to come down here to this Drawing to PDF, PC3, and I'm going to click there. Then I'll click next. I'll select my paper size, which should match my title block. My title block is 24 by 18 inches. It's going to be in inches. Click next. Orientation is landscape. Click next. I'm not using a pre-made title block from AutoCAD, so I'm not going to use this page. I'll select none and press next. I'm going to have a single viewport. I'm going to make the scale 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to press next. Now I have to select the location on my 18 by 24 inch piece of paper for this view of my floor plan. So I'm going to select location. And I know I have a title block that goes over here. There's a border around, and everything has to be inside the dashed line. So I'll kind of eyeball this and then click Finish. The center of the drawing is placed in this viewport, and it's a little off, but that's okay. I have no title block in here, but that's okay. I can edit the shape of my viewport by using the grips around the viewport. I can use my move command to move it over if I want to. What I don't want to do is open it so that my model space is showing and zoom. We want to keep this at this scale. Right now it's closed because I'm just in paper space. If I want to open that, I click here, and I could edit things on my drawing, but what I can't do is I can't change the scale. The scale is locked. I've clicked on the little lock icon down here, and so this viewport is locked. I can't hover over it and zoom to change the scale of this viewport. It will scale the whole drawing. My viewport is on the 0 layer. I need it to be on a layer called Viewport. So I'm going to create a new layer called Viewport. Doesn't matter what color that you make it. The one thing you want to do is you want to make sure it's a non-printing layer. So I'm going to click here under where it says Print. Click that so the little red circle comes up. So now, even though I'll see it on my drawing, I'm not going to see it on a piece of printed paper. I'm going to make this current and close that. I'm going to move this viewport onto my viewport layer.